I've had my eye on this makeup for ages, but is it going to live up to the hype? Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Carmel, and in today's video, I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm doing some first impressions on some new makeup that I bought. I know I don't normally do this, do I? I always thoroughly test products before I share them with you, but I have lost count of the amount of times that I have been asked to do some first impressions. So we're doing it today. So obviously today will be my very first thoughts, and then I will come back to you at the end of the month and tell you what I really think of them. So if that sounds like something that you might be interested in, then please do keep on watching. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit nervous about today. I really am, because I'm not used to doing first impressions on camera at all. Although they are first impressions, there are two items that I've used once because I physically couldn't do a first impression on them because it's pointless. So I did try the concealer and the foundation and the primer once because I needed to know how they worked separately from one another. And it may as well be a first impression because a one-time wear is not an accurate representation of what it will be like. So all of these items I picked up in the sale. There's only one product in this, I think, that is relatively new. Everything else I've had my eye on for a really long time. So I am actually going to start with a primer today, and I picked up this primer from Sephora, the Hydrate and Glow. I don't usually use primers, but this really caught my attention. So this is a hybrid gel to cream primer, and it helps to lock in moisture for up to 8 hours. It leaves skin looking plumper, smoother and more luminous, ready for makeup that looks fresher and lasts longer. Now, the one time I wore this, really good experience with it. I think it retails for about, I want to say €15. I don't really understand why it is that colour, why it's orange. I don't know whether it's designed to even out the complexion or what. And so when I did test this, I tested the primer on one side and I tested without primer on the other, and honestly, my skin looked so good on the side with the primer. Do you know what? I think I'm going to go in and I'm going to do one side with the primer and one side without again, just to test whether this primer is actually doing something. It smells really nice. It smells kind of fresh, but not overpowering. It's definitely not an overpowering fragrance. So I'm not putting it underneath my eyes. Oh, and by the way, I've already done my moisturizer, serums, etc. So that just sinks in beautifully to the skin. To be honest, it feels kind of like a moisturizer, if I'm being honest with you. So I'm going to let that sit. So it has I don't want to say attack to it, but it has a little bit of tack. What am I talking about? Not sticky, but I think it just needs to dry down. So the key ingredient in this is polyglutamic acid, which is really great for hydration. And honestly, it's not too glowy. If you look at my face there and look at it compared to there, there's not much of a difference. I think this side of my face just does look a lot more hydrated, which is great. When we apply the foundation in a little while, we'll see if it looks better on the primed side than the non-primed side. Okay, so the next thing that I got on sale is this from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the Microstroke Brow Pen, and I actually picked this up in the shade, I think it's dark brown. Yeah, dark brown. It says it in big letters, which is very much appreciated, on the side of the pen. So I live for brow pens, and my holy grail is the Glossier Brow Flick, and nothing has come close. But I was really kind of taken by this because, let me get that off. It has a spoolie on one end, which you don't normally get really with brow pens. And here's the pen. That is tiny. That is teeny weeny. And I'm excited because I always have to fake brow hairs. So I'm really excited to give this a go. So this retails for about €30, but obviously I got it on sale. Oh my gosh, such fine hair strokes. So just kind of filling in from the top. Oh, that is great. You do not have to press hard. I love the fact that there is a spoolie on the end. That's the one thing that I would add to the Glossier, is to just have a spoolie. I actually like this colour, the dark brown. Usually I go for black, but this is a lot softer. That is so easy. Now, I have tried an ABH Brow Pen before. I do still have it somewhere, but it was just too big. The tip was way too big. It was literally like a felt tip marker, okay, that my kids colour with. I mean, the main thing for me is it going to stay on? Because the Glossier, budge proof, doesn't move, okay? It's like having a permanent eyebrow. First impressions, oh my gosh, so good. Look at how natural those hair strokes are. That's a little bit crazy. The biggest test, well, there's two. Number one, is it going to smudge? And we're going to test that now because I'm going to put a brow holding product over the top. I'm going to go in with the NYX Brow Glue Crazy Lift because that's my go-to. I don't have a new brow holding product. So I'm really hoping that this does not come off now when I start to put this over the top. Okay. If it does, we're going to cry. If it doesn't, we shall rejoice. Oh, it's not moving. Okay, it's good news. It has not disturbed the product underneath. So I'm just going to go over and just add a little bit over the gel and see how that works. Okay, I'm feeling a little bit giddy that this might be, this might be a contender for my Glossier. Oh wow, I can't believe how natural those hair strokes are. And I do think some of it boils down to the shade, which is the dark brown. And yeah, I guess the biggest thing for me now is, are they going to last or are they going to disappear throughout the day? So let's go back to these little hair strokes that we've got on the hand. Okay. They're not budging, are they? Maybe a bit. See, the Glossier doesn't budge, okay? It is like having a permanent eyebrow tattoo. Okay, they are coming off slightly with a bit of effort. Right, just let me carve out my brows a little bit with concealer and then we will move on to the face. So we're starting off with concealer and this is the Sephora Collection Best Skin Ever Multi-Use Concealer. So I picked up the concealer and I also picked up the foundation. Blindly, I know nothing about these products at all. I've never seen a review on them ever. As I said, these are the only two that I've tried before today. I had to give them a little bit of a wear test just for one day. And do you know what? You can't really get much wear done in a day, but I just wanted to get a feel for them. And I had a lot more success with one than the other. So let's jump in to the concealer first. So this is in the shade 0N9. So I think the original price on this is about €18, but I obviously got it on discount. I think I got 20% off this. So this claims to be a skincare-based concealer which corrects dark under eye circles, conceals acne and blemishes whilst leaving the skin looking natural. So it's infused with lots of different types of skincare ingredients, including hyaluronic acid, of course. So I'm going to apply this with my usual BK Beauty A506 brush. So I've worn this once and I will say that this has quite a lot of coverage. In fact, I'm kind of regretting putting that big dab on right there. So I'm not going to put any more on. I'm going to go right in with my brush and I'm just going to get tapping. So yeah, this feels like it doesn't even say what type of coverage this gives. I think it might claim to be a medium coverage, but I don't know. I feel like this is more bordering on full, if I'm honest with you, and maybe a really, really high medium. But obviously it is buildable from what I've used. But again, I've only used it for one day. And look, being honest, I didn't love it when I wore it for that one day. I think it does a really good job at covering dark circles like it states. Can you see there? I think it looks really good. But I found that it sat into my lines really fast. And usually I don't get that really, really quickly. It kind of happens gradually over the day with any concealer really. But I didn't set my under eyes, so maybe I need to set it. But the reason I didn't set it on that day is because I felt like it was a fairly self-setting concealer. Can you see there? I guess it is more of a natural, maybe soft matte finish. You can see there's no luminosity there under my eyes at all. And it does look really nice. It's the performance of it that I wasn't really taken with. But yeah, we'll see how it gets on today. Now, obviously, the thing about doing first impressions is I can't tell you right now how it's going to wear today. So I will pin a comment and tell you how it's been wearing over the last few days, because this video isn't going to be going out for a little while yet. So I will let you know how it goes and how it's been going. And obviously I will go back to it at the end of the month. So I do like the finish of it. I really do. I don't know whether it just maybe looks a little bit heavy. I'm not sure I would like to build it up any more than that. I'm just going to pop a little bit near the corner. I think that the shade is really good, 0N9, and I think that suits me perfectly. Yeah, I'm just not sure if it just feels a little bit heavy, maybe. Yeah, definitely self-setting, I would say. I'm going to see how that sits. Okay, so first impressions are decent. I mean, first impressions over a couple of days. All I'd say is it's pretty heavy duty. So I would say you don't need a lot of it. And I'd say that it does a great job at covering darkness, as you can see. I kind of prefer more hydrating concealers, ones that I can mattify with a powder, whereas I feel like this is very self-setting, so I don't really need to set it. And if I do set it, I'm worried that it might look a bit cakey. Let's move on to the foundation and then we'll come back and take a look at the under eyes. As I mentioned, I picked up the matching foundation to the concealer. So the Sephora Collection Best Skin Ever foundation. So this retails, I want to say, for about €20. The price doesn't come up in euros for me because I have to order in British pounds, but I think it's $22. And for that, you get 25ml of product. Where's my other 5ml? Ha! Why are they taking product away from us? 30ml, 1 fluid ounce should be the norm. I'm not liking that. No, I'm not. Now, I picked this up in the shade 16O, which is, would you believe, an olive shade. They had a really great selection of shades. I was really surprised actually, but I did really struggle to find my shade. Oh my gosh. I really wanted to go for a neutral, but there were no neutrals that I really felt would suit me. So I really went out on a limb ordering this shade, but I think it's fine. This claims to be a medium coverage foundation with a natural finish and a long wearing formula that hydrates the skin for up to 16 hours with hyaluronic acid. It claims to have an ultra flexible, no transfer formula. Look at how not fluid it is. Usually I go for really fluid, runny foundations, and this is not one of those. So anyway, we're going to pop it on and I'll tell you what I think about it. I have worn it once. So remember, we have the Sephora Collection primer on this side and we have nothing on this side. Now, it does look a bit light when I put it on like that, but honestly, when I blend it out, it literally just melts into my skin. It's a really, really good shade. So just going to pop a little bit on. Now, the one thing that I did notice about this foundation is it has a high level of coverage, I think. I was kind of expecting it, but at the same time, I was shocked because it says that it's a medium coverage foundation, whereas I feel like it borders on full, just in my opinion. However, when I first put this on, I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to hate this. I was not liking it, but over the course of the day, it just started to look nicer and nicer. And I don't know whether it's because, now, I don't have many oils in my skin at all because my skin is so dry. But as my natural kind of normal oils started to come out during the day, it definitely softened up the foundation and it looked so good. It looked beautiful on the primed and the non-primed side. So that's just one side. And I don't get any fragrance from the foundation. If anything, it just smells kind of fresh. Look at that coverage. I mean, come on. And I've used maybe half a pump on that side. Yeah, I don't think this is a lightweight foundation at all. It's a medium to full coverage, in my opinion. Didn't think it would sit well on my dry skin. I thought that it would just be too heavy. And honestly, it doesn't feel lightweight at all on the skin when you are putting it on. It feels like a full coverage foundation. However, it just meshes with your skin once it's on. It's like sorcery. It's giving me a massive amount of coverage, but it's still looking kind of natural. That's so weird, isn't it? You don't normally get that. Now, I would say it is buildable, but I don't know how much I would want to build this up, to be honest. In order to get good coverage with this, you don't need to build it up. It's there straight off the bat. That's this side completed. You can see how much it's covered up my blemishes. Yeah, I mean, this is really nice. It definitely looks incredibly natural. The major negative for me is the application. I like a very fluid, runny foundation that is so easy to apply that I don't have to work hard with, whereas I feel like I need to be really conscious of my application of this. I definitely feel like it looks better on the primed side. It just looks that little bit smoother. But I don't know how it's still looking quite natural on my skin. I don't get it. It's not looking makeup-y. It's not sitting into any of my major fine lines. How is this working? I don't get it. Look, is it going to be my favorite everyday foundation? Probably not, because it's a little bit too heavy duty. But if I have issues to cover, like if I have another rosacea outbreak sometime soon, this is what I'm going to be reaching for, because this is going to cover it beautifully. So we're moving on to bronzer now, and I've had my eye on this bronzer for so long, and I did wait till the sale, and I got this for 20% off. So I picked up the RMS Beauty ReDimension Hydra bronzer. So this is a refillable bronzer. Look, I'm more of a cream bronzer fan, but there was something about this that I kept thinking about. And yeah, I just decided to go for it. I did it. Now I am a little bit worried because this is, well, it seems to be a glowy type bronzer, which I don't normally go for. Okay, this is the shade Malibu Muse, and this retails for about €40. But again, I did get this on sale. Oh my gosh, look at how pretty that is. I don't really want to touch it. I don't want to ruin it. That embossing is so gorgeous. I expected that to look a little bit glittery. Okay, there's no glitter in there. That finish looks stunning. It kind of blurs the skin. Okay, so it has luminosity, but it's not glittery. Oh gosh, thank goodness. Panic averted. I'm going to put this on with my Beaky Beauty 111 brush. So there are 4 shades to choose from, and the shade that I chose, Malibu Muse, was the one that was recommended for my skin tone. So this claims to be a gel to powder product. It has a 2-in-1 solution that combines a moisturizing cream with a luminescent powder. Okay, that is very smooth. Oh, that's not scary at all, honestly. And I feel like it's buildable. Oh, that is lovely. Oh, I like that. And this shade definitely has some warmth to it, but it's not orange. Because that is always my worry with warm toned bronzers, and it's why I took ages to choose this shade. So it doesn't have really, really intense pigment that you have to worry about. It's very natural and very, very buildable. So yeah, you kind of do have to build it up in order to get the payoff. I'm wondering if I should have got maybe a deeper shade. But actually, that just remains really soft and really natural. I can't even see any luminosity really there. I mean, it's very subtle. I mean, there is no enhancing of texture, and that's what I was worried about. Oh, this is really nice. Oh, I can see why people hype this up now. So for me, I want my bronzer to be fairly undetectable, and that's what this is. Okay, that is a big win, and that was my biggest worry of today. Honestly, I didn't know how that would go, but oh my gosh, it is stunning. Oh wow, love that. That's a win. That is a win. Guys, today is going well, okay? Which makes me worry about what is going to happen next. Now, I just looked under my eyes. I don't know if you can see. My eyes just look not very youthful. Yeah, it's really sitting into those lines that I have, that concealer. I don't know, it's just a little bit heavy for me. But the foundation, still looking gorgeous. Let's move on to blush, and I'm really excited for this bit. I haven't even opened this. This is the Haus Labs Colour Fuse Glassy Blush Balm, and I'm happy that I picked this up because I feel like I need a bit of glow back to my face. So this is just a stick blush, and I have this in the shade Glassy Ginger. How do I even open this? Oh, just pull. Just use some strength, Carmel. So this claims to be a long-lasting, multi-use lip and cheek balm that glides on buildable glassy colour. So I picked this up in the shade Glassy Ginger, which is a dusty pink. Now I'm just looking at that now. I'm hoping it's going to go with my whole look today. We'll see. So this blush retails for about €34, and I am going to apply this with my BK Beauty 109, and I think I'm just going to pick up some like this. I don't really want to go directly onto the face. Okay, so fairly subtle. I kind of wish I'd have got a deeper shade now. Blends out really nicely. Does it have any tack? A little bit of tack to it, I would say. I'm just going to build this up a fair bit. So I could have gone in with just a tiny little bit there, and it would have given me a very, very sheer wash of colour. But obviously, I like a lot of blush. So I'm going to build it up as much as I can and see how it looks. So it doesn't have that creaminess that some other blushes can have. So for example, my Charlotte Tilbury blushes or my Dior, it's not as creamy as those, but it definitely is emollient. Now it is highlighting a little bit of texture there, which not a surprise really. If there's texture there and I put a glowy product there, then it's going to emphasize it. Okay, so that's how it's looking. Yeah, I mean, it's lovely. I mean, it's not completely blown my socks off. I think it's really nice. I'll be really interested now to see how it wears, because that will be the biggest test, because my Dior and my Charlotte Tilbury blush sticks, they last insanely well. I'm not sure if you had more oily skin, how you would fare with something like this, but I guess we'll have to see how it lasts. It actually says that you can use it on the lips. Let's try. Yeah, it's a bit light for me. No, I don't like it on the lips. Not this shade anyway. Okay, no. Right, let's move on to the eyes. So I picked up one of these eyeshadows from Kulfi. I've never tried anything from Kulfi before. These are the Zari Eyes eyeshadow, and I've heard so many great things about these. So I picked up the shade Bronze Brocade or Bronze Brocade. So these retail for €35 each, so super pricey, but I got mine in the sale, so I did get 20% off. So this claims to be a buildable, blendable, highly pigmented cream to powder formula. It's long lasting and crease proof and ideal for applying with the fingertip, and Kulfi are vegan and cruelty free. I'm really hoping this is not going to be too dark for me, because I have deep set eyes. I kind of avoid dark shadows on my lid. So I'm a little bit worried about today. Oh gosh. So I'm going to have a brush on hand, and this is the Refy 33, which is great for cream eyeshadow, but I don't know if I'll need it. I'm going to apply with my fingers first. That is very creamy. If you pressed into that, your finger would go right into it. So it's not a powder, it's a complete cream. Oh my gosh, I'm scared. I'm really not sure if this is being picked up. Okay, so you have the base colour, this beautiful bronze, but then it has these flickers of shimmer in there, and they're kind of silver. Oh, they are beautiful. Ooh, oh, I really hope this looks nice on my eyes. Okay, I've nothing on my eyes. I didn't prep my eyes with anything today. Okay, it spreads out really well. Oh, look at that shimmer. Just gonna blend up and out a bit. Oh, I love it. Oh, wow. Look at that. Oh, wow, that is stunning. Okay, I'm gonna pop some on the other side. And the good thing about this is it doesn't dry down quickly. I would advise having just a little brush to hand just to blend out the edges, because it's very hard to blend with your finger. In fact, it's almost impossible. Okay, so that's how we're looking. Oh wow, that is absolutely divine. I don't usually go for such a dark colour on my eyelids because I feel like it pushes my eyes a little bit back. So what I could do, I could now go in with a transition shade from an eyeshadow just to kind of blend it all together. I'm just going to take my ABH Mini Embers palette, which I have been absolutely loving, by the way, and I'm going to go in with this shade down here, and I'm just going to bring it up here a little bit just to kind of give a little bit of dimension. I don't always love bringing a shimmery type product up to the brow bone, and when you have deep set eyes you kind of do need to lift your shadow a little bit because obviously your crease swallows up all of that shade, and so just bringing it up a bit. Yeah, I really like that. So pretty. So pretty. That is stunning. I'll be interested to see now how it wears during the day, and obviously I will update down in the comments. I'm moving on to mascara now, and I've been wanting to pick up this mascara for so long because people always ask me about it. They tell me about it, they tell me to get it, and I have. It's this one from Tower 28. This is the MakeWaves mascara, and this isn't badly priced at all. It sells for about 22 euros. Now, you know that I am all about the drugstore when it comes to mascara, but people just do not stop telling me about this mascara. So this is in the shade Jet. Haven't even opened it. Okay, that's skinny. This claims to be lightweight and endlessly buildable without getting crunchy or clumpy. Long and full lashes, water resistant, smudge free, vegan. Okay, don't really care for the curved brush. It's not my favorite. Let's just go in at the tips first. I don't find the brush loaded with product, which is nice. I actually feel like I need to get more product on the brush. I'm just going in at the base a bit because I have no idea how quick this dries down. Just trying to look down into my mirror while I do this. Yeah, it does cling onto the lashes, but I don't feel like it deposits a lot of product. So that's one coat. It's nice. It's nice, but I felt like I had to work fairly hard to get to that point. Right, let's do this eye. Okay, so this is definitely a dry mascara, which I am not massively used to, and I don't hate it. It's great because it prevents clumping. I mean, look, if you are getting clumping with this mascara, then you've got a dud one. This is an extremely clump-free mascara, and it doesn't dry down really quickly. And do you know what? For nice natural lashes, I think it's really nice. It has great separation, it has decent length, not a great amount of volume, I would say, with this, but yeah, I like it. But I found that I had to keep dipping back into the tube every couple of seconds just to get the product. So look, there's pros and cons with that. First impressions are just fine. It hasn't blown me away. But we'll go in with a little bit of powder. I've been using my Makeup by Mario quite a lot recently. Let's pat out any creases that there might be. Okay, just going in with my old Morphe brush, just an angled eyeshadow brush. And I'm just gonna set the under eyes because I like self-setting concealers, but I prefer to set them myself. So I just want to see how it works with powder. No, I think everything looks really good right now. Yeah, I'm really happy. Time for lips. Let's get these clips out. Okay, this is the newest product in this whole collection that I picked up. And this is the Refy Lipstick. Do you remember I spoke about it in my buy or buy video? Well, I couldn't resist anymore. I had to get it. And then I have a lovely new friend, Rhoda, over at Paint the Face. I have only recently met her. And she's amazing. And she basically tipped me over the edge to get this because she said it was amazing. So this is my first ever Refy product. Never tried anything from the brand. And this retails for €26. And I picked up the shade Rosa because I said I was going to. It looked insane on the pictures. Oh my gosh, I really hope it suits me. So this is actually a liquid lipstick, which I don't normally go for, but the pictures did me. I couldn't resist them. So this claims to give a satin finish, which hydrates and glides on effortlessly. Cushion soft, lightweight formula that adapts to your lips. And it was this applicator. And how innovative is that? This is a soft flock tip, which has a cooling metal rollerball for a sensory precise application. So I'm assuming the first thing we need to do is to distribute the product. So we twist it, I imagine. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, is there something wrong?
11, 12, 13.
Oh God, I was about to panic then. Okay, was that 17? Look at all that product. I don't need all that. Look at all that. Oh no, this is not a good start. Okay, let's... Oh, that is very thick. Okay, that's the shade Rosa. Oh, I'm a little bit nervous. Are we going to end on a disaster here? Is this going to be a disaster? Okay, let's shut up and just get it on. Still coming out of the tip. Okay, I'm going to start on the bottom lip. Look at that. Look at all that. That is way too much product. I'm wiping it off. Oh, that feels nice. Now, if you remember, I mentioned in my buy or buy video that these are inspired by earthy, rich brown tones, and you have to like deep, rich tones to like these. It is so comfortable. It is absolutely not sticky at all. That is really nice. I can rub my lips together. There is no tack to this. And honestly, I was worried that it would have a little bit of tack to it. I wish they had a lighter nude. And if I look at Rosa, like the pictures of it, because you know how enamored I was with the pictures, I feel like the pictures are accurate. Well, Refy, that was a great first experience with your product. This is one of the most comfortable lip products I've put on my lips in a very, very long time. Wow. Now, the only thing I'm going to say, I'm not loving the twist up applicator because I feel like I've wasted product already. So you saw how long it took me to twist it up, and then it spurted a load of product out, and then it has continued to come out. Can you see? I've not twisted that again, and it's continuing to come out. So that worries me a little bit. I'm hoping that's going to stop coming out now. So I'm going to pop the cap back on. Oh my gosh, that is stunning. That is so gorgeous. Oh wow. Today's video went a lot better than what I thought it was going to. You know I don't like doing first impressions on this channel, but I do know that they are a little bit fun to watch. However, there is a lot more weight, in my opinion, in testing out a product and then bringing them to you. So I'm going to say that I really enjoyed everything today. I really did. There was nothing that I hated, but my absolute standouts would be the foundation from somebody who is a full coverage hater. I think this is stunning. Look at my skin. How is this working? I still don't know. This brow pen, I think I might love it. Let's see how it wears today. If it melts off my face, then not so great, but I'll let you know. The RMS Bronzer, This is so natural, so pretty. It isn't glittery, it isn't sparkly, and I thought it would be. I am so happy with this. I wanted a real subtle and natural warmth to the skin, and that's what I get from this. It really does blend seamlessly and just melts into your skin. It's amazing. It's beautiful. This lipstick, oh my gosh, wow. It is so comfortable. I can't tell you. It's one of the most comfortable things I've ever put on my lips. So much sorcery today. The mascara, nice, hasn't blown my socks off, but I don't think it's that kind of product anyway. I do really like the concealer. They just look a little bit dry when you get up close. So when I smile, I'm looking a little bit creasy. But that's okay. I still like it. So I will continue to test that concealer every single day so I can bring you my final thoughts. And the eyeshadow is just incredible. It's stunning. Will I wear this shade on an everyday basis? No, not really. It's a bit too dark for me. But will I wear it going out for a bit of glam? Oh, 1000%. You better believe I will. Obviously the primer as well. The primer's gorgeous. I can imagine I'm going to use that up pretty quickly. It's really nice. So yeah, like everything. Everything was a win today. I am so happy with how everything turned out. And it's great because I've been waiting to try these products for so long. And sometimes when you have had something in and out of your basket for a while, it can be a bit of a letdown when they arrive and, you know, you get that dopamine hit and then it kind of just sinks away. I'm excited by these, really, really excited. So yeah, it was great. It was a great success today. So thank you for being with me to experience this for the first time. I have really enjoyed this video today. I really have. So do let me know, what did you pick up in the sale? Is there anything that really blew your socks off, or is there anything that you think we should skip on? Let us know down in the comments. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. I so appreciate you being here with me. I'm really looking forward to seeing you in the next video. But until then, take care and bye for now.